Hey everyone, it's Stay Motivated here. Listen, we're living in a world that's constantly vying for our attention, right? It's like a never-ending stream of notifications, emails, texts, and let's be honest, the lure of scrolling through social media. It can feel impossible to find that quiet space where you can actually get things done. But here's the deal, staying focused is a skill, and just like any skill, it takes practice and the right strategies to master it. So, if you're ready to take control of your attention and power through your to-do list like a boss, you are in the right place. Let's do this. All right, let's talk about how to win your day. Before you even think about reaching for your phone or letting yourself get sucked into the black hole of your inbox, do this. Identify your top priorities for the day. What are the absolute must-do items on your list? Write them down. These are your non-negotiables. Because here's the thing, when you start your day with intention, you're priming your mind for success. You're telling yourself, this is what matters most. And that, my friends, is incredibly powerful. So, what are those things that tend to pull you off track? Is it social media, email, a messy workspace? Identify those distractions and make a conscious effort to minimize them, especially during those crucial first few hours of your workday. Remember, you are in control. You get to decide what deserves your attention. Let's be real, those little red notification badges are like tiny little dopamine dealers. They're designed to suck you in and keep you hooked. So, here's a radical idea. Turn them off. Yes, you heard me right. Silence those pings, dings and buzzes. Give yourself the gift of uninterrupted focus. Trust me, the world will not end if you don't respond to that text message this very second. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what if it's important? Here's the deal. You get to decide when it's time to check in. Schedule specific times in your day to look at emails and messages, and stick to it. You'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish when you're not constantly being interrupted. Let's talk about your workspace. Is it a haven of productivity or a chaotic mess? Here's the thing. Clutter isn't just about physical stuff, it's about visual distractions too. And those distractions, they're killing your focus. So, take a few minutes to clear your workspace. Remove anything that's not essential for the task at hand. Put away those piles of paper, file away those random notes, and organize your desk so that you have a clear, inviting space to work. Think of it this way. A clean workspace equals a clear mind. When your surroundings are organized, your mind is free to focus on what matters most. You got this. Okay, this one is so important. Create a designated workspace. And I'm not talking about just any spot on the couch or a corner of the kitchen counter. I'm talking about a dedicated area where you go when you need to get things done. This signals to your brain, all right, it's time to focus. Ideally, this space should be quiet, well lit, and free from distractions. And listen, if you're short on space, get creative. Maybe it's a corner in your bedroom, a spot at the library, or even a cozy nook in a coffee shop. The key is to find a place where you can consistently go to get into work mode. Our brains aren't wired to focus for hours on end. We need breaks. That's where the Pomodoro technique comes in. This technique is a game changer. Here's how it works. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work on a task without distractions. When the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. Get up, stretch, move around, grab a drink. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. This method works because it breaks down work into manageable chunks and builds in regular breaks to help you stay refreshed and prevent burnout. Trust me, your brain will thank you. Big projects or tasks can feel overwhelming, right? That's why it's crucial to break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. When you focus on one step at a time, the task feels less daunting, and you're more likely to stay motivated. It's like climbing a mountain. You don't focus on reaching the summit all at once. You focus on taking one step at a time. So take that big, scary task and break it down into smaller chunks. Then prioritize those chunks and get to work. You'll be amazed at how much more you accomplish when you approach it this way. Okay, let's be honest, our minds are wanderers. It's totally normal for your attention to drift from time to time. But the key is to recognize when it happens and gently guide yourself back to the task at hand. This is where cue words can be super helpful. Choose a word or phrase like focus or back on track that you can repeat to yourself whenever you notice your mind wandering. Think of it like a mental reset button. It's a simple but powerful way to refocus your attention and get back in the zone. Ever have those pesky thoughts pop into your head while you're trying to concentrate? It's like your brain has decided that this is the perfect time to remind you about that thing you forgot to do 3 days ago. Here's a tip. Keep a notepad handy. Whenever a distracting thought pops up, jot it down and tell yourself you'll address it later. This way, you acknowledge the thought without letting it derail your focus. It's like creating a designated space for those thoughts so they don't have to keep interrupting your flow. Let's talk about your environment. Is it working for you or against you? Make sure your workspace is comfortable. Adjust your chair, lighting, and temperature to suit your needs. Little things can make a big difference, and hey, if you're someone who works well with sound, try noise-cancelling headphones, white noise, or even some calming background music to block out distractions. And don't be afraid to communicate your needs to others. Let your family or roommates know when you need some focused work time and minimize interruptions. Creating a supportive and productive environment will do wonders for your focus. So there you have it, my friends. Mastering focus is a journey, not a destination. It's about making small, consistent changes to your habits and environment that add up to big results. Remember, your ability to focus is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. By planning ahead, controlling your environment, and using focused work techniques, you can reclaim your attention and boost productivity, even in a world full of distractions. Keep practicing these strategies and watch your productivity soar. Now go out there and crush your goals.